Before we get into this video, I have a couple of announcements to make. First things first, if you guys are in the Las Vegas area and would like to be on the #1 channel in the entire world and showcase your skills, go ahead and message me via Facebook, Instagram, or however you guys can get in contact with the TheCaliEffect King of Games. We are always looking to get more people on these live duels. Another thing I want to talk about is how we are going to be doing Battle of the Gods in the future. This video took more than 2.5 hours to do, and even more importantly, because the game drug out so long, we reduced it from a best of 7 series to a best of 5 series. We actually look to improving the Battle of the Gods series, so if you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, list them down below in the comment section. I'm TheCaliEffect, and if you guys want to see more videos like this, then go and destroy that subscribe button. But more importantly, go ahead and hit that notification bell because, well, we just too strong. I want to give a shout out to every single one of my Patreons. Without you guys, videos like this would not be possible. I appreciate your continued support, and I hope to keep on improving on my videos. Looking into the Zodiac versus Stiker matchup, it's going to be very interesting. Zodiac being a very aged deck, and the power creep inside of the Yu-Gi-Oh card game has not worked in Zodiac's favor, whereas Stiker is one of the newer decks that struggles to compete in its purest form inside of the Yu-Gi-Oh card game. It's going to be really exciting, and if you guys want to buy the cheapest cards online from your favorite Yu-Gi tuber, we have 3 ways: TCGPlayer, Google Documents, and of course just catch me on Instagram. Without further ado, I present to you a really awesome game between both of these decks. Let's see who's going to be the real Battle of the Gods. Good evening, YouTube. You guys are now watching another segment of TheCaliEffect King of Games. I apologize to you guys if it is a little too fast for you guys. I'm hoping that it's not. It's not fast for me. It looks like very obvious gameplay or very smooth gameplay. But if it is, just let me know down below in the comment section and we'll fix it on our next video. As you guys can see, I am piloting Zodiacs in its purest form. We're going to be using Master Rule 3 for the beginning of Zodiacs, seeing that that was the format, or that was the era that Zodiacs did participate in. And then when it Mega Evolves, of course, it would have to use Master Rule 4, because using the best possible cards, Link monsters are involved. I'm going to start off with the normal Zodiac combo, making 2 Rat Peers to my side of the field through the effects of both Broad Bull and then Tiger Motor to special summon more monsters, and then make a Diagusto Emerald with both of the free Rat Peers that I have on my side of the field. Let's go ahead and highlight Zodiac Rat Peer. When it is under a monster or a Beast Warrior monster as a material, you can go ahead and detach that material to special summon a Rat Peer monster from your deck to your side of the field. So it's really good at creating some pretty awesome boards for you guys. It just creates so much advantage. It's the reason why Zodiac was so powerful. As you guys can see, I'm going to go ahead and use the fusion substitute combos. And for people that didn't believe that the fusion sub combo was very prevalent inside of a triple Rat Peer deck, it was. Jeff Jones was actually one of the first players to pilot the Norden Zodiac combo, the fusion substitute combo, my apologies. And he did it inside of the triple Rat Peer format. So we're going to be going ahead and replicating that, trying to get as much advantage as possible. Z-Man's going to follow up with Stiker Afterburners, and that's a very powerful card. Let's go ahead and highlight Afterburners because it's so good against Zodiac. This is a card that wasn't out when Zodiac was really good, but it does provide its utility. What it does is that it can destroy 1 monster on the field if he controls no monsters, and then he can follow up with destroying a spell or trap card if he has 3 or more spell cards. So it's really problematic for Zodiac because Zodiac loves to make really big boards like monsters on the field, spells, and back rows on the field, and it's going to make Jamming Waves and their other card, Afterburner, really free. So he's going to go ahead and make the Striker Ace Kagari, and then Kagari right into the Shizuku, and then in-phase Shizuku into his Mobilize Engage. He didn't even need those cards to break my board, and my board wasn't that bad, but I just couldn't respond to whatever he was trying to do. I'm going to go ahead and start off by special summoning Speedroy Terratop to act Takentum board from my deck to my hand, and then both of those monsters for a Exceed summon of Totem Bird, really hoping that Totem Bird can stop his Striker Mobilize Engage, and that will hopefully give me some advantage. I'm then going to use Zodiac Combo, shuffling 5 Zodiac monsters from my deck, or from my graveyard into my extra deck and deck alike, to draw a card. And now I'm going to decide on what cards I want to send, what cards I want to shuffle. And it's going to be really interesting what I do, leaving the Rat Peer still in the graveyard. I'm going to normal summon Zodiac Whiptail and then go into Tiger Motor effect to attach. No, it looks like I'm going to go straight to Dryden. No, I don't think I did that. I'm going to use the Dryden to attack over the Shizuku. Then I'm going to set a card face down and pass my turn. And Totem Bird, Dryden, Shizuku. This is a pretty nice board. Z-Man's going to go ahead and use Fool's Burial Goods, sending Metalfoes Fusion from his deck to his graveyard, then shuffling in the Metalfoes Fusion back into his deck to draw an additional card. So he's going to be in a pretty good situation when it comes to a turns of advantage. And he has 3 spell cards, so he's going to go ahead and use the Afterburners, which forces me to use the Totem Bird, or I would lose the Totem Bird and my back row. Then he's going to follow with a Mobilize Engage to add Widowmaker and draw a card. So this is going to be pretty problematic for me. He's going to activate another Sky Striker Mobilize Engage. This is really bad right now, grabbing another Afterburner from his deck to his hand. And he's probably going to use that Afterburner to destroy my Trident and my face down. So just tough luck. I'm going to lose both cards to the Afterburner. And then he's going to summon Ray. Use Ray for a Link Summon a Sky Striker Ace Kagari. Kagari to add Mobilize Engage back from his graveyard to his hand. And it's looking really problematic for Zoodiac right now. He was able to break my entire board with 2 cards. That's right, 2 cards. And still have advantage. He was actually gaining advantage as he broke my board. He's going to follow up multi-rolls. Unfortunately, he won't be able to use multi-rolls effect to set his Sky Striker cards back face down because he didn't activate multi-rolls while it was on the field, or he didn't activate his other Sky Striker cards while multi-rolls was on the field. But following up for the next turn or during the next end phase, he can use it and then set those spell cards back to his side of the field. So I'm in a pretty bad spot. He's going to make a Shizuku, and then Shizuku's going to go ahead and add another card. I realized I couldn't win that game. We're going to go ahead and scoop. I'm going to normal summon Zoodiac Thoroughblade into the Ratpier in the, or I'm sorry, Thoroughblade into the Borbo in the Broad Bull to search, and then make the Dryden. I'm going to actually search Ratpier from my deck to my hand, and then set 4 back row and pass turn. Now this is the prime boards that you guys were looking at with Zoodiac, and let's go ahead and highlight Zoodiac Dryden right now. And what it does is once per turn, I can detach one material to destroy one face-up card on the field. This was probably one of the bread and butter boards that Zoodiac could make in its prime. 4 back row, being able to prevent the opponent from playing Yu-Gi-Oh! But even more importantly, have an artifact moral attack like monster to disrupt your opponent. Z-Man's going to have all of the answers. He's not only going to follow up with his Toon Table of Contents and as well as his Foolish Burial Goods, he's going to get enough spell cards in his graveyard to fuel all of his combos. He's just going to follow up with his Field Spell and then milling a Jamming Waves off of the Field Spell effect and sending another Toon Table of Contents from his deck to his graveyard. So now his Jamming Waves is really live, allowing him to destroy a back row and my Zoodiac Dryden if I don't respond. So I'm in a really tough situation right now, trying to figure out how I can do this. He's going to activate Jamming Wave to destroy my Solemn Warning and my Zoodiac Dryden. This is really nasty. It's no bueno. I don't even know how I'm going to be able to respond from that. For the people that are wondering how are we ruling Cyber Dragon, Toon Cyber Dragon, we're going to rule Mega Fleet as getting rid of extra deck monsters instead of monsters in the extra monster zone for Master Rule 4 versus Master Rule 3. I'm going to go ahead and normal summon Borbo, or Ratpier to Borbo, and then he's going to Widow Anchor the effect to special summon. But this is where he messed up. I'm actually going to go ahead and activate one of the techie cards from the graveyard, or to special summon Ratpier back to my side of the field. And now I can actually go ahead and start, Xyz summoning to special summon monsters back to my side of the field. Brawl Bull's effect? Nope. Looks like I'm going to make a Tiger Mortar, or Tiger Mortar's effect to detach the Ratpier to summon another Ratpier. Oh no, I'm just going to equip the Thoroughblade and then make the Brawl Bull to search the Whiptail, abandoning my entire plan for making the Ratpier combo, mainly because Zoodiacs were really limited in the monster space. And what I mean by that is that you really don't have a lot of Zoodiac Xyz monsters to keep floating your Zoodiac monsters effects into. So inflicting that damage after the Thoroughblade wasn't a bad idea. Z-Man's going to follow with multi-rolls. And I'm going to go ahead and Twin Twisters both of his cards. He's going to chain the Widow Acre, taking control of my Zoodiac Dryden. And this is still a really bad position for me, and kind of a good position, because now he can't activate his Zoodiac spells and trap cards unless he uses Dryden's effect, which I'm not 100% sure if he's aware that he can use Dryden's effects. So we're just going to set it. Nope, he's going to tribute it for Toon Cyber Dragon, because that's a thing. He's going to go ahead and set a card face down and then pass his turn. I'm going to go ahead and activate, oh my god, that spell card to shuffle a card from my deck to my field in hopes to draw a card that I really need. If I remember, I drew Takantumborg, and it was like the worst thing ever. I'm going to then activate Zodiac Combo, shuffling 5 monsters from my graveyard and into my deck and extra deck alike to draw an additional card, trying to get as much advantage as possible, trying to get over this board because it's not the best board in the world. I'm going to draw Zodiac Thoroughblade into Borbo possibly into a Broad Bull. And no, it looks like I'm trying to figure out what the Zodiac combo was going to shuffle. Accidentally shuffling a Ratpier, meant to shuffle, or shuffling a Whiptail, meant to shuffle a Ratpier, back into Broad Bull to search the Ratpier. So now we have a combo for next turn, Tiger Mortar to equip the Whiptail, and now I can attack into the Cyber Dragon and then get over it. I'm going to go ahead and attack to it and banish it, and then end up with a Zodiac Trident. Now I'm telling you guys, against this, it would have been really good. It would have been able to provide enough pressure on the opponent in normal formats, but this is Sky Strikers, man. This deck is really good. He's going to go ahead and use his field spell, and with that, he's going to go ahead and select one of his cards to add to his hand. And I think he added a Widow Anchor this time around. And I'm not looking really good. He can still take my monster's control. He's going to go ahead and Widow Anchor the Zodiac Trident. I'm trying to figure out what options I can do. Nope, it looks like I'm going to lose the Zodiac Trident for another time. And he's going to be able to do whatever he wants to. He's going to special summon Sky Striker Ace Ray, Ray to Kagari. And that's probably why he took control of my Zodiac Trident, because I wouldn't, if I did have the Trident, I would have been able to interact with his monsters, preventing him from making cards like Shizuku in the end, like just really preventing his board. So it's better that he has the Trident than I have the Trident. He's going to go ahead and make the Shizuku. And then you already know during the end phase, he'll be able to gain a Sky Striker spell card from his deck to his hand that's one not in his graveyard. He's going to return the Trident to me, and it's almost all for naught. While he did lose card advantage in using the Widow Anchor to prevent me from using Trident, I wasn't able to respond to him on his turn. Cards like Dimensional Barrier are terrible against this deck because the only thing he does is Link Summon, and that's something we know Dimensional Barrier just can't stop. So, looking at how I can counter this, I'm going to go ahead and use Trident's effect to destroy the Shizuku, and he's going to get the Ace Kagari back to his side of the field, and I'm trying to figure out how can I get over this board. It's going to be a really interesting situation that I'm going to be in, because while he does have one card in hand, one card on field, or two cards on field, I still have to get over these cards. So I'm going to go ahead and normal summon Rat Pair to send Whiptail, then I'm going to make Broad Bull. Broad Bull's effect to search, possibly? That's really interesting that I'm going to go ahead and search. No, I'm going to special summon the Rat Pair to my side of the field, so that's pretty good. Looking at trying to figure out how I can, make this into my advantage. And I'm going to scoop it up. Oh man, we knew he had to mobilize Engage in his hand, so it really wasn't much else to do. He was just going to make a board again and break mine. It's looking really futile. If this was legitimately a real match, then I would have got 2-0 scraped. But now we're going to go ahead and Mega Evolve into new Zodiac. This would be if Zodiac was off the list. All the cards for Zodiac were off the list, as well as me being able to play any card available within reason. Of course, I'm not going to play 3 copies of Graceful Charity, Harpy Feather, and all that stuff. I'm going to play reasonable cards that Zodiac would play in a format with Sky Striker. So I'm going to go ahead and start off with my combo. Really new to how Zodiacs would work inside of the Link format, because we know exactly how they worked before when Link Monsters came out, but we're in a totally different ball game when it comes to new Yu-Gi-Oh! And we really want to use those spicy combos. We want to take advantage of all of the Link monsters and not just Mrs. Radiant, Tiger Motor, or Mrs. Radiant, Trident with a, another monster to my side of the field. That just seems really subpar. So we're going to go ahead and start the Link Summon, getting off our important monsters to our side of the field, and still up using Wrap here to make some really important cards. I'm going to wind up with a Summon Sorceress and a Wrap here on my side of the field, and then Summon Sorceress to target the Rat Pier to special summon a Ram to my side of the field. That's kind of good. So even though I was stopped with Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit, I was still able to make a Summon Sorceress plus a Rat Pier and a Ram. Not still 100% sure what that can do, but I'm gonna make a draw Trident and then go from there. It's yeah, and then destroy the Ram to special summon Thoroughblade. I think I was just spinning wheels at this point in time and trying to figure out how the new strategy would work, and trying to work it to my best advantage. So this board might not seem like the best of boards, which he's going to follow up with a jamming waves to destroy my back row, and then destroy a monster, so it kind of doesn't really, or just to destroy my back row, and then activate Mobilize Engage to add, Afterburner to destroy my Zodiac Trident. It still looks really fun to play this deck into its form. He's then going to follow up with a Hornet Drones to special summon a token. I'm going to go ahead and maxi him right there. Draw a card. He's going to special summon his Ace Kagari. I'm going to draw another card, and then he's going to activate another copy of, or his Sky Striker Mobilize Engage that he added to his hand from his Kagari, my apologies. And that's going to allow him to search a Widow Anchor and draw a card, because he has 3 spell cards in the graveyard. It's going to be pretty nasty for him. He's going to follow up with a Foolish Burial Goods, sending them out of his fusion to his graveyard, and then drawing another card. So Z-Man is definitely in his feelings right now. He definitely tried to get this win. It's like, I'm going to scrape you. It's going to be game, not best of 5. I'm going to win this right here and right now. So all of the monsters that he just has Sky Striker, Ace Kagari, using 3/2 table comments. He has enough spell cards in his graveyard to start abusing all of his cards, trying to figure out how he's going to breed over my Summon Sorceress and, well, not necessarily more importantly, because he has enough spell cards to fuel his Ace Kagari, but that Summon Sorceress, if left unchecked, could be problematic. He's going to Widow Anchor the Summon Sorceress, and then tribute it off with Cannon Soldier, triggering his Diablos effect. Oh my, and that's how you break a board, guys. That's exactly how you break a board in pure Sky Striker. Unfortunately for him, I still do have Zodiac Barrage, so I'm going to go ahead and special summon a monster to my side of the field, and then go ahead and Barrage my Zodiac Ram. That's just really strong, guys. To be able to barrage your Zodiac Ram, special summon 2 monsters to your side of the field, one from the Barrage effect and the other one for the Ram effect, is extremely good. I just don't even know what else to say about that. And I'm going to go ahead and banish Zodiac Combo before I do all that, shuffling 5 monsters from my deck, or from my graveyard into my deck. Chakanine, Tiger Modar, Thoroughblade, Rapier, and Broad Bull into my deck, getting me another draw. And that's where we're going to go ahead and highlight Zodiac Combo. This card's nasty good. The ability to recurse the deck. Actually, in this game, I was like, why am I not playing 3 of this card? It's like amazing, especially since I can go through Zodiac monsters really fast. It's just going to be able to provide me so much advantage. I'm going to go ahead and get Thoroughblade to my side of the field, and then special summon Whiptail to my side of the field, and then activate Thoroughblade, discarding a Thoroughblade to draw another card, getting me deep into my advantage. Now, Darkest Diablos is going to be a pretty hard card to get over, mainly because its effects are kind of good. It can't be targeted. It's 3,000, so I can't Dryad in it. So I have to make a way to make my monster stronger than it to get over it. It's going to be really interesting to see how I can get over that monster, because it's such a huge beater. I'm going to go ahead and use Borbo as a link material under where Shizuku is pointing, so I can special summon the main monster zone for Broad Bull. Broad Bull to search me a 3rd Whiptail, and it looks like we have a clear-cut way to get over this Darkness Diablos. It looks like it might not be a problem at all. And that's going to be pretty interesting to see how we're going to do this, how we're going to sequence this combo, because I want to break his board. I'm then going to follow up with 2 more Whiptails for the Broad Bull and the Chakanine, not using the Broad Bull's effect to search, or I'm following up with the Chakanine. No, I'm going to follow up with Tiger Modar, and then Tiger Modar to possibly attach the Thoroughblade, because that would be pretty good. No, the Thoroughblade on the Broad Bull, so this is pretty gutsy. Now I'm going to go ahead and make the Chakanine, and then the Dryden to destroy the Shizuku, and then figuring out if he would have summoned Ace Ray, I would obviously attack into it. But now I have enough damage to get over it. I'm going to attack into the Darkness Diablos and equip the 3rd Whiptail to the Diablos, inflicting 600 damage and banishing Diablos completely from the game. Then attack over his Cannon Soldier. Next, I'm going to follow up with, oh my god, that card is saucy good. Zodiac Hammer Kong, forcing him to target the Hammer Kong before he targets other cards, is just too good. He's going to go ahead and activate his Mobilize Engage. And Zodiac is looking really healthy right now, really needing to win this game, because if we don't, then the game's over. Like, he just 3-0 scraped me. I have nothing else to talk about. He's going to go ahead and activate his Mobilize Engage to add Widow Anchor from his deck to his hand, and he's looking to take the Zodiac Broad Bull because he can't touch the Dryden right now. Z-Man's going to then follow up with a, that's right, oh my god, Forbidden Chalice on the Hammer Kong to the Widow Anchor, and then the Dryden to destroy the Cyber Dragon, preventing the Dryden from leaving the board. That is really, really, really good. I just did not expect to see the Forbidden Chalice on the Hammer Kong. That is nasty. So Hammer Kong is going to detach a material from it, you know, due to its in-phased effect of it not being targeted and all that other great stuff. And I'm in a really good position right now. Not only did I not lose my monster boards to a Widow Anchor, or, you know, lose my monster to a Cyber Dragon, we're just in the best spot available. We still have our monsters, we can still go deeper into our boards, and we can recur some more cards to give us more resources. So I'm going to then follow up with Monster Reborn, and that's going to special summon Thoroughblade to my side of the field. Thoroughblade effect to discard to draw, possibly. Are we using it? No, I'm going to normal summon Terror Top to my side of the field. And then activate the effects, or not even, I'm going to special summon Takentumborg to my side of the field. He's going to go ahead and Widow Anchor, targeting my Hammer Kong. I'm going to destroy my own Hammer Kong. Then he's going to go ahead and special summon a token to protect himself. And we're looking at still a really good position, even though I had to get rid of my own monster to get into this game. I'm going to make Chaka to special summon Hammer Kong back to my side of the field. And am I going to follow up with a Tiger Motor on top of the Chakanine? No, I'm going to go ahead and make the Mrs. Radiant with the Totem Bird. Oh my gosh. What is going on here? And then I'm going to follow up with the Tiger Motor to attach another material, or Tiger Motor special summon Rapier to my side of the field. Don't know why I did that, but I'm going to follow up with Mrs. Radiant, Totem Bird, Trident, and a Rapier on my side of the field. That was amazing. That's pretty good. That was smart. The ability to negate my opponent's spell cards, stop anything that they can do. He only has one card in his hand. I'm going to let that Metal Post Fusion slide. That's not the card I'm looking for. I'm looking for that Sky Striker Mobilize Engage. I'm looking to stop that. I don't know exactly what his face down is. That was just amazing. Having that type of board, this deck is going to come back from me. He's going to activate the effects of it. I'm going to go ahead and negate and destroy it. Keep in mind, its activation was negated, so never hit the field, can't activate its effect. And Z-Man's going to go ahead and scoop from there. We are going into that's right, game 4. It's going to be really exciting to see it. Z-Man's going to start off with a Toon Table contest to another Toon Table, and then that's to your third Toon Table. And then that's going to get his Toon Cannon's Odru. It's very, very awkward that Droll and Lockbird has not been activated to any of these card effects. That's just really awesome to see that, I guess, Yu-Gi-Oh! Dice can play, but more importantly, it's just weird. Like, where did these Droll and Lockbirds go? Z-Man with Toon Cannon's Odru now in his hand. He's going to activate Foolish Burial Goods, sending the Metal Foes Fusion, and then shuffling the Fusion back into his deck to draw an additional card. So now he's in a roll. He has four spell cards in his graveyard. He can successfully activate Mobilize Engage to get that extra draw. But he's going to start off with Ace Ray. Ace Ray's effect, the special summon. And I'm going to chain Maxi to it. He's going to get Shizuku. I'm not sure if I should have chained Maxi. Actually, looking back, I shouldn't have chained Maxi to the Shizuku. I should have at least waited to my turn, because if I would have got over to the Shizuku, he would have chained Ace Ray. I could have used Maxi before that, and then I would have got 2 draws after Maxi if he was forced to special summon a Kagari or whatever. So Shizuku's going to go ahead and add Sky Striker Mobilize Engage. I'm going to activate Cosmic Cyclone. He's going to special summon a token. Another reason why I should have activated Maxi right then and there. Then I'm going to use my Whiptail to make a Hammer Kong and then a Broad Bull to search, possibly into a Rapier this time around. And if you guys want to see deck profiles of both of these decks, then go ahead and destroy that like button. Once we get to 150 likes, I promise you guys I will release the deck profile. It won't be in like a video, but I do plan on releasing it in some way, shape, or form. If you guys want to see it early, then go ahead and be a Patreon. All my Patreons will have these deck profiles the day that this comes up. And if I don't have it, just ask me, because, you know, sometimes I get busy, sometimes I just forget. But I really am excited to show you guys the Zodiac Battle of the Gods version of the deck profile, as well as the Sky Striker Battle of the Gods version, as well as a pretty decent explanation why certain cards were played or certain cards that weren't played. So he's going to go ahead and make the Sky Striker a Shizuku again. Or, I'm sorry, it's my turn. I'm going to go ahead and use Chakanai to special summon Hammer Kong. Then I'm going to use the Tiger Motor to equip to the Hammer Kong. And I'm not 100% sure why I special summoned in my extra monster zone, when I could have just special summoned where his Shizuku pointed to. I'm going to use the Dryden to attack into his monster, and it does have Whiptail attached, so I'm kind of wondering why the monster wasn't banished. What's going on? I'm going to attack into the Shizuku, and then, oh, I destroyed it. Okay, I see what's happening. I saw what happened. So I destroyed it with Dryden's effect, and then I attacked into it, and then he chained, and then I banished it. Okay, so he's going to start off with Jamming Waves. Really, oh, he has a monster, so he can't Jamming Waves. He's going to go into his main phase and use the token to make another Shizuku. Do I have a response? I'm going to activate Zodiac Combo. And Zodiac Combo is going to place a material, a Bunny Blast. Oh my god, who hasn't seen Bunny Blast? Bunny Blast is really good, actually, in this format, because there's a lot of targeting spell cards, and Bunny Blast actually makes my monster, like, untargetable. Now, I felt like I should have equipped the Bunny Blast to the Trident if I were to do anything. I think that would have been best, because not only Dryden would have got a little small attack gain, but Dryden also would have been able to detach to protect himself from spells. I don't know why I didn't do that. He's going to go ahead and follow up with Jamming Waves to destroy it. I know you guys didn't see it. My apologies. Camera's bad. And then he's going to Widow Anchor my monster to his side of the field. So I'm going to go ahead and start off by special summoning the Bunny Blast back to my side of the field. And then using Bunny Blast, or not even using Bunny Blast for a link material, using Zodiac Combo. For the people that are wondering why I haven't even mentioned that spell card's name, I completely forgot its name, and I don't feel like looking it up, but I know it's good. It's like Monster Reborn or Monster Reborn. It's something like that. It's supposed to summon a monster to the side of the field, its effects are negated. It's the only thing I know. So I have Bunny Blast to my side of the field. I'm going to normal summon Zodiac Rapier. Rapier to make Borbo. Borbo to special summon another Rapier to my side of the field. And now it looks like we're going to be in a pretty good position. He has a Broad Bull on his side of the field. So I can't summon Broad Bull again, but I still have other ways to summon other monsters to my side of the field. I'm thinking about what I should be doing. How can I overcome this board? I'm not just going to go scoop. I can't scoop, because if I scoop, I lose. This is game 4 of a best of 5. So really interesting to see what I could do. Man, I can't really, because it doesn't matter what board I'm going to make. This Sky Striker strategy is built to break boards. I'm going to use both my Rapier and my Bunny Blast for an XE summon of Broad Bull, and then use the effect to detach to add a whip tail from my deck to my hand. Really interesting that I didn't special summon another Rapier, but I guess that wouldn't have done me any help. Next, I'm going to make a Borbo, Tiger Modar, and then Tiger Modar to attach the Rapier to the Broad Bull. Huh, that's interesting. I mean, you thought I would make Chakanine Hammer Kong, but no, I'm going to go ahead and make Trident. And then, maybe the Hammer Kong's just going to sit on top of the Broad Bull. No, I'm going to go ahead and make Hammer Kong or Chakanine on top of the Tiger Modar. And then the Trident, okay. And then I'm going to destroy the Shizuku. And that's going to give me a pretty big target to banish if I do have it. I'm going to Trident into the Ace. He actually can't special summon a monster from his deck. I outgrinded him. He used all of his Sky Striker monsters. So I'm in a really good position. I have a Hammer Kong back to my Broad Bull on my side of the field and a Trident. So as well as Z-Man went through all of his Link monsters. I remember this part very particularly. It was extremely fun. I was excited to find out that he couldn't Link summon anymore. And I was in a really, really good spot. Trying to figure out how we can do it. He's going to go ahead and use Jamming Waves. I'm going to chain for Bitten Chalice. He's going to go ahead and destroy... No, I don't think he is going to destroy. That's interesting. Wonder why he didn't destroy. He's going to go ahead and... Oh, he can only target the Hammer Kong, and Hammer Kong's unaffected. Durr. No, actually, no. It looks like he does have a monster to go into. He's going to make his Kagari. I do remember there was one point in time he ran out of resources. I think it's the time after this, or the turn after this, that he just completely runs out of resources. So my apologies. He is still able to make the Ace Kagari, but I believe, if I am correct, that is his last Sky Striker monster in his deck. So he's in a really bad position. He's going to go ahead and have Mobilize Engage. And that Hammer Kong is pretty beefy. It's unaffected by spell and trap cards, and it's the only card he can target. So, yes, that's good. He's going to go ahead and add Widow Anchor. I'm going to destroy his Kagari with my Trident. He's going to chain Ghost Ogre. And then he's going to attack over to my Hammer Kong, leaving just a big beefy Broad Bull on my side of the field that can banish monsters. Not the best of the best, but still not the worst of the worst. He has an Ace Kagari on his side of the field, and if he didn't summon the Ace Kagari, I still would have had the Hammer Kong. Now this time around, he's going to try to use the Ace Kagari, the Ace Ray, my apologies, to Link summon, and he doesn't have any Link monsters right now. He's looking like I used all of them, and I'm like, did I just outgrind Sky Striker? The grindiest of the grindiest decks. Really bad position for him. I'm going to go ahead and use Broad Bull's effect to search the Thoroughblade. And now that he has a monster on his side of the field, I can take my sweet time because all of his spell cards are now useless. That's right. He can't activate any of his spell cards because he has a monster on his side of the field. So it's going to be a really good position for me. And trying to figure out what I can do. I'm going to normal summon Thoroughblade, and my extra monster zone is still unoccupied. So doing some great things right now. I'm going to use the Thoroughblade for the Chakanine. And what's so great about Zodiac Combo is that if I didn't have combos, I would have ran out of resources just like him. But since I'm allowed to play 3 copies of Zodiac Combo, then I don't know. I mean, I can always just recur those Zodiac cards back into my deck and then keep going. So Tiger Modar's effect to detach to attach to the Hammer Kong that was brought out by Chakanine. And now we're in a pretty good position. It looks like we're going to be able to dominate this game because now his Sky Striker cards are useless. He has to go into the Hammer Kong. Broad Bull effect to detach to search the Whiptail. And again, we're in an amazing position right now. Broad Bull to attack into the Kagari and banish it. Then we're going to attack the 1600 with the other Broad Bull. Now, why I didn't summon Trident, I have no idea. No, there's the Trident right there, right on the Broad Bull. And it's all up to Z-Man. He's going to think about activating a card. It looks like he's going to activate Afterburner to destroy my Hammer Kong, because that's the first card he has to activate. Then Widow Acre to steal my Trident. He's going to summon Toon Cannon Soldier to tribute my Zodiac Trident. Now, if that was code, then that's code. Keep in mind, Zodiac Trident's effects were negated, so he can't necessarily like attack with the Trident. It has 0 attack and defense. But he contributed off for Toon Cannon Soldier to inflict some damage. I'm going to follow up Monster Reborn to my Whiptail, and then normal summon another Whiptail, and then start attacking with my monsters. Whiptail to attack directly. Does he have a response? Doesn't look like he's just going to take these Whiptails. So now it looks like I'm whipping those life points out of Z-Man. I'm going to go ahead and attack with the finish move. He's going to Widow Anchor a Whiptail. I'm going to chain its effect to attach. And then he's going to Call by the Grave Whiptail. That was pretty nice. I can't say that that wasn't nice. Call by the Graving a Whiptail to stop my Whiptail from attaching to my Broad Bull. That's nice. I'm going to follow up Main Phase 2 after attacking to my own Whiptail. Normal summoning Zoodiac Rap here. And again, I don't have to do anything, but I'm just going to go ahead and sauce. I'm going to use Chakanine's effect to special summon, and then that's make a Trident and have a little bunch of monsters on the field with a Trident. So it looks like we're going to go into game 5 with this. This is so insane. I'm excited to bring it to you guys because Zodiacs definitely have came back from the depths of hell to show you that they are still a pretty good deck with the new cards inside of the links. If you guys want to see another Battle of the Gods video, please let us know what Battle of the Gods decks would you guys like to see. These decks are legendary decks that are really prominent and have been dominating over a meta or are dominating right now. So he's going to start off with his Sky Striker Mobile Engage. I'm going to Ash Blossom Enjoy Spring. Then I'm going to follow with my Zodiac Wrap here to send Zodiac Combo from my deck to my graveyard and then use it to make Borbo's effect to actually make it to a Hammer Kong. He's going to Widow Anchor the Hammer Kong. And that's cool. I'm going to go ahead and make Broad Bull, and he's going to Widow Anchor the Broad Bull and take control of the Broad Bull. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and Cosmic Cyclone that third card, which is an Afterburner. So now I'm going to activate Zodiac Barrage. He's going to Ogre the Zodiac Barrage. What is going on here? Z-Man with all of the answers. I'm going to end my turn and get my Broad Bull back. And then activate Zodiac Combo preemptively to attach a Whiptail to it, giving it 1200 attack. That way he can't use his Sky Striker Jamming Waves to disrupt me, and I have enough Zodiac cards to shuffle in the deck. So he's going to pass his turn. I'm going to use Zodiac Broad Bull to add in the Whiptail from my deck to my hand. Then I'm going to follow up with Fire Formation Tinky to add Thoroughblade from my deck to my hand. Adding all these Zodiac monsters are making me really good at this game. I'm going to summon the Thoroughblade, discarding the Wrap here. Never would have thought I'd seen that. To draw an additional card, and then making Borbo, then making Broad Bull again. And that's going to search another Whiptail. It looks like I'm just going to be going for a massive amount of damage. I'm going to make it the Chaka 9. Chaka 9 is supposed to summon Hammer Kong. And then using the Chaka 9 as another XC material, it looks like I might be making the Tiger Mortar to equip under the Hammer Kong. Yes, the Tiger Mortar to equip a monster under the Hammer Kong. Then using Zodiac Combo's effect to shuffle 5 cards, Zodiac cards from my graveyard to my deck, to draw an additional card. So yes, we're in a pretty good situation. 2 combos in the graveyard. Already used 1. Have the ability to use the second one once he wipes my board. Now I'm going to go ahead and make a Dryden and swing for some pretty good damage. And now I have a pretty good board. He's going to go ahead and Reinforcement of the Army for Sky Striker Ace Ray. Ace Ray to Kagari. I have no responses to this, so he's going to be able to get his Sky Striker Mobilize Engage back to his hand. The card that got Ash Blossom. But now before he summoned Darkness Diablos to his side of the field, another Terror to deal with. This is going to be a really exciting game, guys. This game 3 is pulling out all the stops. Zodiac finally drawing a hand trap. Sky Striker's getting it together. It's going to be really awesome to see it. I'm excited to see who's going to be the winner of this outcome, and I know you guys are excited. He's going to go ahead and use Darkness Diablos. I'm going to equip two, oh my god, Zodiac Dridents to the attack of Diablos. So he's going to lose his Zodiac Diablos and get it banished, as well as my Zodiac Dryden being the strongest monster on the board. That is crazy. Did not see that coming at all. Really ridiculous how these games can stack up in your favor, or how games can change. He's going to go ahead and use his Sky Striker Mobilize Engage to add Jamming Waves from his deck to his hand. And then I'm trying to figure out what he's going to do with that Jamming Waves, because I have no face down cards to destroy. He's going to draw a card, and I'm reading Jamming Waves. He's like, I don't think you can do that, boss. He's going to go ahead and fix it Afterburner instead. Afterburner to destroy my Trident. Or no. I'm going to go ahead and, no, Afterburner to destroy my Trident, and then Ray to get over my other monster. So now my board just kind of lost its glimmer. He's going to make Shizuku, and Shizuku in phase to search a Zodiac, or I'm sorry, a Sky Striker spell card from his deck to his hand. And then he's going to Ogre my Broad Bull, so that's pretty nasty. Fortunately for me, Broad Bull still gets the ability to search a card from my deck to my hand. So I'm going to go ahead and search a Zodiac Bunny Blast from my deck to my hand. I'm telling you guys, Bunny Blast is too strong. You guys won't see Bunny Blast in any Zodiac deck until you see it in now. And man, I'm going to activate that spell card that I still have not looked up. And that card is a Savior, using Zodiac Combo to shuffle more cards into my deck. And then now that I have a free Wrap here in my side, on my side of the field, I can be able to go completely off, especially since he already uses Ghost Ogre. Unless he has an Ash Blossom Enjoy Spring, it's going to be a pretty problematic situation for him. I'm going to special summon a Borbo, or actually a Hammer Kong, under with a Shizuku, and then special summon another Wrap here to my side of the field. Next, I'm going to, I'm not 100% sure what I could do, but making a monster where Hammer Kong is very advantageous would be good. I'm going to use Thoroughblade to discard the Bunny Blast. Then I'm going to make Broad Bull, Tiger Motor to attach, do all this other crazy stuff, get rid of Shizuku, make it Dryden again. He's going to special summon Sky Striker Ace Kagari. I'm going to go ahead and normal or activate Tentu for an additional normal summon. What is going on here, guys? Then I'm going to use both of those monsters for a Mrs. Radiant. And it looks like I'm in a really good position right now. Thoroughblade's 2100, Dryden, if I remember correctly, is 900, Mrs. Radiant is 1900, and I'm starting to break his board. I'm starting to put him in a really bad position. I'm going to go ahead and attach a Whiptail, and oh my god, that is game. That is enough for game. That is so cool. Zodiac's climbed all the way back from the brink of death to win this game. Thank you guys so much for watching another segment of the TheCaliEffect. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I apologize for being 15 minutes longer than I wanted it to be, but let me know down below in the comment section what duels of Battle Order Gods would you guys like to see. Please like, comment, subscribe, but most of all, enjoy. I hope you guys are having a great day like I am.